Yeah, no, that's interesting because my family had those exact same conversations because I started my first business when I was, I guess, 22, 23 years old. I had just finished up engineering school at the University of Louisville. And my parents thought I was going to go get some corporate job at, a bank or a General Electric type of company. Then, I just surprised them and said, I'm moving up to New York to work with my older brother, and we call him Coco. Of course, you guys know him as Dr. Boyce Watkins, but I'm moving up to New York to work with Coco. Something we don't even know what we're going to do yet, but we're going to do something big and something great. And they freaked out. And, it's funny because they never really showed me in front of my face that they were freaking out, but behind closed doors, they were, talking to Boyce and saying, "Hey, you're about to ruin your brother's life," and had my other mentors, talk to him as well. And he's a grown man; he can do what he wants to do, that type of thing. But it's funny how you can have a supportive parent at the same time. Their concern for you is so great that it might keep you and hinder you from opportunities. So it takes a lot of courage on their behalf just to let you go and let you do, what it is that, your dreams, desire.
Yeah, I look back and I'm like, thank goodness that the support was there. But I even think about that, like, if it were my kid, would I say, leave this? And it was a big deal. I was at a top 20 university. I had a full ride, so it was a big deal. But they were supportive.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So I did not know that you actually left school full time. So after you purchased the company, what happened after that?
So I started giving that love and care to the business that it was missing. And, when I bought it, we had 10,000 people using the platform. And just by kind of letting the people that were using it know, like, okay, I am serious about this business. Now we've got some new people at the helm. We created a referral program, and I'd closed on the deal about midway through second semester of my sophomore year, which was around February. And by the time May had come, we had doubled it to 20,000. And it made some local papers and that kind of thing. And had some people, I wasn't really even trying to raise capital, but I had some people approach me about investing. And I remember that was how the conversation started. Like, hey, we love what you're up to. We want to invest in this, and we think it can grow to something really huge. And it did end up going to 250,000 users. But at that point, they basically were like, we're not going to invest in this for you to be running it part-time from school. And that started the conversation with my parents, and they just, it was funny. They're just like, what is this thing? Like, why do people want to invest in you? Why do they want to give you money? Are they crazy? You're 19. They must be out of their minds. So that's what was kind of that impetus to initially start as a year break and ended up being me leaving.
Got you. So you left school at age 19. Now, you had this full ride, you left school. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? I mean, I know your parents are nervous, but how are you feeling at this time? Do you feel like you have a lot of pressure on yourself, or is it just, the benefit, or I guess the bliss of not knowing what it is that you're actually doing?
Yeah, I was making money, so that helps. It was a cash flow positive business, and I remember, even before during all of this time, I was telling my dad that I was making money, and he really should be credited for coming up with the concept of Bitcoin, because all summer I'm telling him, like, oh, this month I made about 11,000, and next month was about 12 or 13. And he just never seemed really interested, and I didn't understand why. And so once the people wanted to invest, I went to them saying, I've got people that want to invest. Like, why do they want to invest? It's not even making real money; it's making internet money. And I'm like, Dad, what? Like, when you talk about internet money, there is no internet money. So he just had a concept that I wasn't making real money, and I think back to that, it was really funny because he would always tell me, like, you need to get a job this summer. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, Dad, I made 11 grand. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get a summer job making that. And the reason he was harping on me about that was because he felt like I was making internet money. But it led to him then realizing, oh, people are sending this 19-year-old kid this kind of money. And we were getting checks from DoubleClick, which was acquired by Google but later on. But I would get these checks, and I had one of them with me, and he's like, okay, let me see this check. It's like, it might have been an $8,000 check or something. He's like, this has to be a scam. Like, there's no way that people are sending a 19-year-old black kid 8 grand through the mail. Like, do you know who these people are? Like, who's the CEO? Like, I don't know who the CEO is. It's like you're getting money from a company and you don't know who the CEO. I mean, it sounds so crazy. And I get lots of checks from places I don't know who the CEO is. But, we go there, he's like, we got to get to the bank and inform them that you got some kind of, check kiting, who knows what you've been roped into. So we get down to the bank, it's like, this check has to be fake, check on this company, we don't know what's going on. And long story short, the bank comes back, it's like, yeah, they're good for the money. It's a $500,000 company, which, he didn't know what it was. But that was the start of the journey.